I've been asked to solve this inequality for y, and solving an inequality is the same process as solving an equation except for one additional rule, and that rule is the flip-flop rule. And what that rule says is anytime I have to multiply or divide the entire equation by a negative sign, I've got to flip the inequality. Okay, so let's go about the process. I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to draw my line down the inequality, splitting my inequality into the two sides, and circle what I'm solving for, including the sign that goes with the y term. My goal is to get that negative 3y all by itself on the left side of the line. So the other term, the 4x, is going to have to be moved. To move it, I have to do the inverse operation. So right now, this is a positive 4x. The inverse of adding 4x is to subtract 4x from both sides of the equation. Now, when I look on the right side of the equation, my 12 does not have an x. They're not like terms, so I'm not going to put it underneath. I'm going to put it over here to the side. Draw my line. My 4x's cancel. So I'm going to bring down my negative 3y is greater than 12 minus 4x. My y term is by itself on the left side. Right now it's being multiplied by negative 3, so the inverse to multiplying is dividing. So I'm going to divide all three terms by negative 3. And that invokes my flip-flop rule. My flip-flop rule says when I divide or multiply the entire equation by a negative, I have to flip my inequality. So I'm going to go ahead and flip my inequality. My y less than positive 12 divided by negative 3 is negative 4. And then I've got a negative 4 divided by a negative 3. I'm going to leave it as a fraction. Negative and negative, they become a positive. 4/3 x. And then quickly, my slope is always the number attached with the variable, and my y-intercept is always the constant.